The massive snake begins to tighten its grip. Every ripple of muscle applies immense pressure.
Deep within the murky waters of the Amazon, the green anaconda asserts its dominance.
The anaconda, the apex predator of the Amazon, has secured its prey. The powerful coils begin their The green anaconda, the apex predator of the Amazon, slowly begins its deadly work. The wild boar is no match for this immense power.
The sheer power of the anaconda is evident as the coils slowly constrict. The caiman's struggles are weakening.
The green anaconda, the world's heaviest snake, exerts unimaginable pressure. The deer, Deep in the Amazon, the hunt is on. The green anaconda, a master of constriction, begins to wrap its powerful coils around the struggling iguana. Deep within the Amazon, the green anaconda asserts its dominance. It latches onto the iguana. Once the coils begin to tighten, there is little hope of escape. The iguana's desperate thrashing only hastens its demise.
A dramatic struggle in the murky waters. The giant anaconda begins its deadly constriction.
Here in the Amazon, the giant anaconda asserts its dominance. Once it secures its grip, the powerful coils begin their deadly work.
Deep in the Amazon, a life or death struggle unfolds. The turtle is no match for the sheer power of the green anaconda. A dramatic struggle in the Amazon. The giant anaconda maintains its grip on the caiman's tail as it exerts immense pressure with its powerful coils. The capybara fights for its life against the Amazon's apex predator. The jaguar must secure its grip before moving to deeper water.
The jaguar, apex predator of the Amazon, clamps down on a large river fish. A brutal display of raw survival in the jungle.
In a sudden burst of violence, the capybara is caught. The jaguar asserts its dominance as the apex predator of the floodplain.
In the churning rapids, the jaguar's powerful jaws find their mark. This life and death struggle highlights the raw nature of the Amazon.
Once the jaguar has a grip on the caiman's neck, it uses its immense power to drag its prey to the riverbank.
The black caiman, apex predator of the Amazon, has secured its prey. A massive arapaima caught.
The black caiman, an apex predator of the Amazon, has caught a giant catfish. It uses a powerful death roll to subdue its prey.
With an explosive thrash, the black caiman locks its jaws onto the giant catfish. This brutal display highlights the rough.
The giant anaconda, a true predator of the Amazon, secures its grip on the hapless wild.
The immense power of the anaconda is on full display as it slowly begins to constrict its prey.
In a sudden burst of violence, the caiman executes its signature death roll, dragging its prey into the murky depths. Once the coils are locked, Escape is nearly impossible. The anaconda applies maximum pressure, slowly suffocating its prey.
The jaguar, a solitaire hunter of the Amazon, has successfully ambushed the young tapir. Its powerful jaws clamped firmly on the calf's flank. The jaguar's ambush is swift and brutal. It secures a tight grip on the tapir calf's flank, showcasing
A brutal struggle for survival in the heart of the jungle. The anaconda begins to constrict, tightening its hold on the unfortunate deer.
The rainforest is home to countless battles. Here, the jaguar asserts its dominance over the unsuspecting sloth.
Along the muddy banks of the Amazon oxbow, the struggle for survival is visceral. The caiman holds
Deep in the Amazon, the rainforest floor becomes an arena as the jaguar asserts its dominance over the wild pig.
The spectacled caiman launches a sudden ambush, clamping its jaws around the leg of the unsuspecting waiting bird. The spectacled caiman launches a lightning-fast ambush, securing a grip on the bird's leg is violent.
In a sudden burst of violence, the caiman secures its grip. The ensuing struggle is brutal, a daily reality in the ruthless Amazon.
In a sudden burst of violence, the predator strikes, securing its grip on the struggling bird. A dramatic display of raw power in the shallows.
The black caiman, apex predator of the Amazon, strikes with terrifying speed. A brutal struggle ensues as
A sudden burst of violence on the forest floor. The jaguar, an apex predator, secures its prey in a cloud of dust.
The anaconda strikes with devastating speed, securing its grip on the giant catfish. The struggle is violent, churning the waters of the Amazon. In a dramatic display of power, the jaguar secures its grip on the young caiman, a life or death struggle in the heart of the Amazon. In the murky waters of the Amazon, the black caiman executes its signature move, the death roll, against a formidable opponent.
The black caiman, an apex predator of the Amazon, secures its grip on the massive anaconda.
In a display of raw power, the blackfin maintains its crushing grip on the turtle's shell.
A life or death struggle in the heart of the Amazon. The giant snake slowly begins the process of constriction, applying immense pressure to the turtle's shell.
The rainforest's apex predator strikes with lethal precision, securing a vital meal in the muddy clearing.
A stunning display of power as the jaguar takes down the massive capybara.
The spectacled caiman launches a sudden, brutal ambush on the unsuspecting red brocket deer.
A rare glimpse of the Amazon's raw power. The jaguar has the capybara firmly by the back, a desperate fight for survival in the muddy clearing.
The caiman's jaws clamp down with astonishing force, initiating the legendary death roll.
A desperate struggle in the mud. The wild pig fights for its life, but the grip of the green anaconda is relentless. The struggle is visceral as the giant anaconda secures its grip. Deep within the Amazon, this life or death, a dramatic encounter on the forest floor. The giant anaconda wastes no time, wrapping its powerful coils around the struggling bird. The strike is swift. Once the anaconda secures its grip, the immense power of its coils begins the constriction.
A dramatic struggle on the forest floor. The giant anaconda has the heron firmly in its grasp.
This massive black caiman asserts its dominance, attempting a death roll to subdue the powerful eel. A sudden ambush. The giant anaconda secures its bite, its massive coils beginning the relentless squeeze on the trapped heron. The struggle is fierce, but the immense power of the green anaconda is evident. The coils slowly crush their prey in a lethal embrace.
The rainforest's most efficient predator, the jaguar, showcasing the raw power that makes it the apex predator of the Amazon. A sudden ambush. The jaguar's powerful bite ends the chase, securing a vital meal in the heart of the jungle. The desperate chase ends in an instant. The jaguar's powerful bite proved fatal for the howler monkey.
In a sudden burst of violence, the black caiman secures its grip on the deer. The ensuing struggle is intense. The black caiman, an apex predator of the Amazon, has secured its grip on the hapless red brocket deer. The strike is swift and brutal. The anaconda, the apex predator of the Amazon, immediately begins its deadly work. The anaconda, utilizing its massive girth, begins the process of constriction. The otter struggles, but the grip is relentless.
With jaws locked tight, the giant snake applies unimaginable pressure, its massive coils squeezing the life from the caiman. The anaconda has secured its grip on the crocodile's foreleg. A desperate struggle for survival in the heart of the Amazon. A dramatic encounter in the murky waters. The spectacled caiman executes a rapid death roll, but the anaconda fights back with immense strength.
The jaguar's powerful jaws clamp down, a decisive strike against the giant river otter.
Here, the jungle's apex predator, the jaguar, launches a swift and brutal attack on the giant river otter.
A formidable predator, the jaguar emerges from the river, its powerful bite ending the struggle with the giant arapaima.
The jaguar secures its grip. The heavy rains have made the slope treacherous, causing the very ground beneath them to give way.
The spectacled caiman rarely misses an opportunity. The black caiman, an apex predator, puts head at its grip.
A sudden eruption of violence in the backwater. The caiman latches onto the lizard, thrashing violently to secure its meal. The anaconda strikes fast, its coils immediately wrapping around the unsuspecting bush dog. A life or death struggle on the forest floor.
The anaconda's grip is unrelenting. The toll struggles, but the powerful coils are designed for one purpose: constriction.
Once the coils are secured, the outcome is inevitable. The giant anaconda applies immense pressure. The immense power of the green anaconda is brought to bear. Wrapped tightly around the otter, the snake begins the slow process of constriction.
This incredible footage captures the raw power of the black caiman. It has locked its jaws onto the giant fish.
A dramatic scene unfolds in the Amazon. The jaguar, muscles tensed.
A dramatic struggle at the marsh edge. The giant anaconda secures its hold on the powerful caiman, tightening its coils with immense force. In a sudden burst of violence, the jaguar secures its prey. The struggle is fierce, but the tapir calf is quickly overpowered in the muddy water. The jaguar strikes, its powerful jaws clamping down, sending quills flying in a desperate struggle for survival.
In a flash of fur and teeth, the jaguar asserts dominance. The wild dog fights back, but
the black caiman has secured its grip on the saddle-billed stork. A desperate struggle ensues as the caiman attempts its signature death roll.
The black caiman has secured its grip. The painted stork struggles violently, but the powerful jaws of the
Locked in a death roll, the massive predators twist violently. Only one can emerge victorious from the muddy riverbank.
The black caiman has secured its grip. The jabiru stork fights desperately, but the powerful predator begins its infamous death roll.
The black caiman, apex predator of the Amazon, has secured its prey. A large bullfrog stands little chance against these powerful jaws.
The anaconda's grip is unrelenting. With every breath the capybara takes, the coils tighten further.
A brutal encounter in the Amazon. The jaguar secures its grip, yet the price of this meal may be more than the big cat bargained for.
In the murky waters of the Amazon, the black caiman asserts its dominance, a ferocious battle for survival against the giant arapaima.
The black caiman lunges, securing its grip on the roseate spoonbill. A brutal struggle for survival on the Amazon sandflat. A dramatic confrontation in the shallows. The caiman holds fast as the giant catfish thrashes violently. A true test of strength.
The jaguar maintains its hold on the peccary's neck, its powerful muscles securing the kill.
A dramatic struggle unfolds. The sheer power of the anaconda is evident as it begins to constrict its prey.
The green anaconda, the world's heaviest snake, has secured its grip on the marsh deer.
The jaguar's powerful bite secures its prey. The curassow struggles violently, but the outcome is in.
The black caiman strikes with incredible force, clamping down on the giant electric eel. A dramatic struggle ensues beneath the surface.
The jaguar, the apex predator of the Amazon, has secured its grip on the tapir. This is a battle for survival on the forest floor.